Okay, my name is Kaylee Brown, and I graduated the class of 2019.
And I am Bekah Ezell, and I graduated in 2017.
Went to the Sandpoint Middle School for 7th and 8th grade, and I was having some personal issues at home, and that affected my schoolwork. And so I was missing school. I wasn't nice to the teachers, or I guess just willing to learn. Then I was given an LPO application at the end of 8th grade and was told that they thought this school would be good for me because I was an at-risk student.
To the high school for, I think, not even a full semester, and got into some trouble with my parents, and they wanted to ship me off, and I went to Texas for a little bit, high school there. And then LPO was pretty much my last resort for that, and now looking back, I had a hard time focusing in school when there was a lot going on. I was very more social, wanting to talk than pay attention to school, and so I did really well there. It was a really good school.
When I joined LPO, that was my freshman year. I remember going into the orientation that they have before you start at LPO, and I just remember walking in and it was so different. It wasn't like any school I had ever been in my life at all. The feeling you got in there was very caring, I guess, and wanted. Like I felt like they wanted me to go to the school and they wanted me to do good and to do better than I had been doing at the previous schools. And I started freshman year still a little angry and a little defiant with school. I didn't have a good relationship with school still, just not a happy kid, and that definitely showed through my schoolwork and the way I acted at school. And I was kind of pushed towards Randy for all of Randy's classes. I guess I really didn't start taking LPO and just school seriously until junior year, and that's when everything kind of shifted, and I realized that they cared more about me. They cared more about me than they did about my grades. It was more about fixing what's going on inside Kaylee so that she can do better with school than it was about she is sucking at school and that's it. And senior year was great. I didn't get to graduate with my class, but I got to graduate the next year.
Yeah, I like how they call it family meetings instead of assemblies. Like, that was my first thing I really started seeing a big difference in that school, because, they just shove everybody in there. You don't really get to personate with other people, and other than your little cliques, and there we all meshed together. It was fun, for sure.
And it was a family, too.
Yeah, it was.
The family meetings were it felt like Christmas dinner.
I know, it was just going to hang out with all your friends,
Thanksgiving and
like
stuff.
It wasn't, we have to go do this assembly.
It was
and
a
see what's
family.
going on. Like, it was fun.
Yeah.
We had games. We had
the Thanksgiving family events that we had were fun. Christmas was fun.
Yeah, and I was gonna bring up too, like, I can never pick one thing and stick with it. A lot of the time is because I have ADHD. Like, I hyperfixate on things and I get bored, so then I go to the next. And my looking out of high school was like, I don't really know what I want to do. I've always cleaned, so Peyton and I dropped out for a little while, and we just did online and was living at Days Inn while we were working there. And I know you guys, multiple of you had reached out multiple times, like, come back to school. Like, we need you in class. I know you're not going to do as well trying to push yourself to do the work, especially if you have a hard time understanding what's in it. Like, it's hard to do at home. So you guys pushed us to come back, and we did, and eventually graduated. Even after high school, I was starting to think about what I really wanted to do long-term for schooling, and you guys still were like, come and apply for some of the scholarships we can give you until you reach a certain age. Like, it wasn't just because I was out of high school. You guys weren't willing to help me with things still.
So, yeah, my husband, Keegan, he graduated with the class of 2018. He also had dropped out for a bit during high school and was working, and then came back and graduated. And I am a manager of a rental company. And we also rent to a lot of LPO alumni.
I'm currently living in Boise right now with my husband, Peyton. We're over there right now because he's building the Micron building out there, and he's in the laborers union. So our daughter is starting kindergarten, so she's going to do her first year there, and then we'll be back for good.
Yeah, so my dad definitely did push back on me going to LPO. That's probably why I didn't go to LPO for 7th or 8th grade, because you guys still had the middle school program when I was in middle school. And he had obviously just heard all of the stereotypical things about it, that it's a school for bad kids and, you know, only bad kids go to LPO, which is furthest from the truth. I probably know more bad kids that go to other schools than to LPO. And yeah, and then by 9th grade, when he did have me go to LPO, we went and checked it out during orientation. We met all the teachers and the principal, and we just really got a feel for it. And then obviously that was the best thing that could have happened. I know I would never have graduated high school without going to LPO.
Yeah, I had to kind of talk my mom into it at first too, because she didn't have a good mindset of what the school was actually about. She only heard the stereotypical things about it, that it was for bad kids, and like I wasn't completely. I mean, if my kids ever struggled growing up and they needed a place like this, like I wish we could still have it, or that it would be available for them, because once it's gone, like they're not going to have something like that. And it is somewhere I would be okay with my kids going, because I know that they'll be treated right and get what they need out of it. So
yeah, and they'll be cared for.
Yeah.
All the teachers there really do care about.
Yeah, like
you.
I'm friends with mostly every teacher I had outside of high school still. Like,
yeah,
I used to work at Super One, so I'd see you guys all the time too. And
every teacher was phenomenal in their own different ways. Even if I didn't get along with all of them, they were all great teachers. They really were.
Even the graduations, like they're 3 hours long, and you guys each pick students and give them a present. That's something that means something to them and to you, and that represents them. And I think that is really cool as well. Like, you don't know who you're going to get picked by, so then when you do and you hear what they had to say, to what they thought about you the whole year and remembered about you, is really cool, and something I still stick with today.
Yeah. Everything about that school is just heartfelt. like that wasn't what mattered. They cared about how
you as a person.
Yeah, how you felt inside, outside, how your life was, what was going on in your life. Was everything okay? Moving the school to those portables is taking away everything that makes LPO what it is, the building. And I think it was a lot of people's like safe haven, their only safe haven. You feel safe.
Kind of slap in the face too. Like, you can come live it, or you can come school in these porta potties practically outside the school that you're not allowed in. Like,
yeah, you
that's
know,
rude.
With a chain link fence around it looks like a Walking Dead.
You're gonna fix up everything else for all the other students in the other school. If that was the case, why aren't you building another school then? Or, you know, like, you're just gonna put them in little things outside the school where they're gonna have no community or nowhere to do things and